coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts now.
The halls of the Capitol were largely quiet today. Lawmakers weren't saying much about the upcoming special session looking at Governor Greitens. Good evening, I'm Sarah Trott.
And I'm Jim Rick. Thanks for joining us. With blackmail and campaign finance allegations facing the governor, lawmakers must decide if disciplinary action is needed. Lawmakers have 2 weeks to prepare for the historic session where they'll consider the results of the special House investigation. A Boone County rep says the Speaker of the House wants the special committee to have enough time to decide its course.
The special committee is still doing its work, and he doesn't want them to be bound by an artificial deadline. This is a very serious process, and they're working to do a fair and thorough investigation. So if they were to have to be bound by the artificial deadline of 2 weeks from today, essentially, we would not be able to focus on the legislation and things, and then also they would be rushed to come to a decision.
Walsh says lawmakers aren't trying to rush into solving the Greitens situation, but she believes an end is in sight. The governor's attorney filed another motion today to waive a jury trial and have a judge decide the criminal case. The governor currently faces felony charges in 2 cases. This is for the invasion of privacy charge set to go on trial May 14th. He allegedly took a photo of his mistress without her consent. The governor admits to the affair but says he never committed a crime.
The Associated Press says Washington University in St. Louis is looking into a potential misuse of grant money by the governor. According to the report, a former political aide for Greitens said he got paid from grant funds to promote one of Greitens' books while he was helping launch Greitens' gubernatorial campaign. The aide's testimony was released as part of the House committee investigation into various allegations against the governor. Greitens' spokespeople did not immediately respond to requests for comment today. Jefferson City is honoring fallen law enforcement officers tonight. Family members and officers from throughout the state are lighting candles to remember those that sacrificed their lives in the line of duty. KOMU 8's Sydney Olson is live from the vigil to tell us what it means for those who've lost a loved one.
Families and law enforcement officers came together tonight to add several names to the law enforcement memorial behind the Capitol. This year, they'll be adding 4 names, including Clinton officer Gary Michael, who was shot and killed during a traffic stop last year. Several groups, including Missouri Concerns of Police Survivors, worked to put on the vigil. Every board member of Missouri Cops has been through a line-of-duty death themselves. The president of the board, Annette Jansen, says the vigil provides support for those left behind, introducing them to people who have faced the same terrible loss.
It's really important for our new survivors that are coming in. It's the first time that they feel connected with another group of family. Besides their own personal family, it's now the Blue family.
She says the candlelight vigil also lets family members know those who died are not forgotten. The president of the Jefferson City Fraternal Order of Police has been involved with the vigil for 27 years since he began working at the Jefferson City Police Department. He says the most fulfilling part is reconnecting with those family members who have lost someone.
You establish a friendship with them. You find out about their kids, you find out when they're graduating, you find out about weddings.
He says the groups hosting the vigil have one job.
Bottom line is the family needs support.
The groups are also hosting a memorial service tomorrow. Reporting live in Jefferson City, Sydney Olson, KOMU 8 News.
A current Missouri inmate has been charged for an unsolved murder which dates back nearly 40 years ago. The Callaway County Sheriff's Office says Conrad Schmidt III has been indicted for the murder of 27-year-old Ricky Ridings, who disappeared in 1981. His body was found a week later with a gunshot wound to the head. Investigators received new information last summer which reopened the case. Columbia police are still looking for a gunman in a deadly shooting in the 3700 block of Greeley Drive yesterday. The shooting happened just before noontime. Police say the victim, 43-year-old Robert Jennings, was shot several times. He died shortly after getting to the hospital. KOMU 8 talked to neighbors who say nearby crime is a problem. They also hope yesterday's shooting is a wake-up call.
The Callaway County Sheriff's Office has identified the body found on a road near Tebbetts a couple months ago. DNA determined the remains are those of 39-year-old Sean McGee of Jefferson City. The Boone-Callaway County Medical Examiner ruled the death as the result of using meth. No foul play is suspected.
A Fulton man and woman are behind bars arrested for a stolen car in Columbia earlier this year. Police say Daniel Infield and Barbara Adams were in an SUV with license plates not registered to the vehicle. Police realized the car was stolen from Columbia.
President Trump addressed his support for the Second Amendment during the National Rifle Association's annual convention in Dallas today. Vice President Mike Pence also spoke, saying the quickest way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. The president called the 7,000 NRA members patriots who defend America's rights and liberties.
Your Second Amendment rights are under siege, but they will never, ever be under siege as long as I'm your president.
President Trump promised stronger immigration laws and a big win for Republicans in midterm elections. And on his way from Texas back to D.C., Trump tweeted about guns and immigration. He said, quote, Democrats and liberals in Congress want to disarm law-abiding Americans at the same time they are releasing dangerous criminal aliens and savage gang members onto our streets. Politicians who put criminal aliens before American citizens should be voted out of office.
The White House announced today the South Korean president will visit President Trump in D.C. later this month. It's the third summit between the two leaders. The White House says the two will discuss new developments since the April 27th summit. They will also discuss President Trump's upcoming meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un.
Back here in mid-Missouri, Jefferson City's new high school is expected to open in August of 2019, and the city is already preparing for more traffic on that side of town. The Jefferson City Transportation and Traffic Commission unanimously approved a recommendation to remove on-street parking from one of the roads that lead to the new high school, but businesses in the area say that parking is valuable to their customers.
The fact that we're a nonprofit organization, so we're not the typical business, and so being able to expand our parking lot or anything isn't really an option for us.
Drivers won't see changes immediately. The recommendations still have to get City Council approval, but Bangy said he thinks if everything goes smoothly, the city will begin striping the lanes and putting up no parking signs by mid-June.
Plans to build an agricultural park next to the Columbia Farmers Market are getting a boost. A campaign called Build This Town reached its fundraising goal. The park will expand the farmers market and put up an awning so shoppers and vendors can avoid bad weather. Construction starts this summer. It will cost nearly $2.5 million. The park will include a garden, a soccer field, and recreational activities.
The agriculture park is like a big onion. There's a lot of layers to it. Everything from the farmers market there that supports the 50-mile radius of growers to the education on site about food and nutrition, about how to grow a garden.
The farmers market will be held at the Parkade Center during construction. Coming up, Twitter is encouraging millions of users to change their passwords.
Plus the new and historic job numbers. That's later in the show.
And I'll have a look at your allergy forecast as well as what you can expect from the weekend ahead.
Get where you're going faster with the KOMU 8 Weather and Traffic app, bringing you mid-Missouri traffic in real time. Download the free KOMU 8 Weather and Traffic app. Coverage you can count on.
Need a good mover for less?
Can be done.
At Gaines Moving and Delivery, we can move a dorm room or a whole house or office. Free estimates included within 120 miles of Columbia. A first-class move on a budget?
Can be done.
With Gaines Moving and Delivery.
In the United States, there is an average of 13 alcohol abuse and drug-related deaths that occur each hour. These deaths continue to increase. Addiction is an epidemic, and if left untreated, it could lead to the death of oneself or injuries to others. If you've been trying to quit your addiction to drugs and alcohol, we are only a phone call away. Call Nation's Addiction Network now.
Please call 800-587-0692.
Hey, Dad. Something's up with the Mustang. It won't go over 65.
Oh, really?
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Mom, something's up with the Fusion. The stereo won't go very loud.
Really? Dad, when I'm in the Escape, all my calls go straight to voicemail. Really?
With MyKey, you let parents stay in control even when they're not there. That's Ford, America's best-selling brand. Get $3,500 cash on the 2018 Escape or 0 for 66 plus $1,500 customer cash plus a no-charge 2-year 25,000-mile maintenance plan.
At Slumberland, the prices on all kinds of mattresses are going down. Up to 60% off, like the Sealy Luxury Firm mattress for just $3.99. Plus lots more. The store-wide mattress sale at Slumberland. It's a good life.
At Slumberland, we'll meet or beat any price.
Or we can do a lot better than the Tooth Fairy. We'll give you $100.
It's the Dream Team 30-day price guarantee.
and it's only at Slumberland.
Appliance on the fritz? There's only one thing you need to know. 573-874-3333. That's Downtown Appliance Home Center. Did you know our technicians are ready to fix your appliance? Yes, for factory authorized service, call us. I'll sing it. 573-874-333 and 3. 573-874-333 and 3. That's Downtown Appliance Home Center and expert service.
Need a good mover for less?
Can be done.
At Gaines Moving and Delivery, we can move a dorm room or a whole house or office. 3 estimates included within 120 miles of Columbia. A first-class move on a budget?
Can be done.
With Gaines Moving and Delivery.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you. This First Alert Weather Update is brought to you by Missouri Vein Care. More energy, better health. Vein Care is all we do.
Welcome back to KOMU 8 News at 9. It was a great day for travel today. Plenty of sunshine, a couple passing fair weather clouds, but overall a very mild day for this Friday. Temperatures were mild as well. For most of mid-Missouri, those temperatures were in the mid-70s. And like as you see here, by the afternoon, we had plenty of sunshine to end the day before sunset. Now the average temperature of the year is 71 degrees for right now. Today was 75 and pretty sunny as well. However, our low temperature was a little bit warm at 64 degrees. Our average low temperature is 50, so that's a 14-degree difference right there. Now talking about seasonal temperatures, we do have a very seasonal allergy report, unfortunately for all of you allergy sufferers. Allergy levels are high for this time of year, and that main factor is that tree pollen, and those trees that are really impacting this are the oak, mulberry, and hickory trees. So definitely want to take those precautions if you're an allergy sufferer over the next couple of days. Switching gears here, talking about our current conditions. Like we saw, that cloud cover moved out throughout the day. We're left with clear skies tonight, which will allow our temperatures to drop back to the seasonal averages. And taking a look at the bigger picture here, we do have a cold front along here. That's where some rain is falling, but we aren't expecting any of that for the rest of the evening and for tomorrow as well, because we do have high pressure in place. Now that high pressure is going to keep our skies clear and make for a very sunny Saturday day. Taking a look at our precipcast to see what we can really expect out of the weekend, you can see here where that massive rain does stay well to our southwest, keeping conditions clear here. That high pressure is for all of Saturday today. Again, expect plenty of sunshine. It's not until Saturday night where some of that cloud cover starts to creep back in. For Sunday, we are going to see a mix of sun and clouds. With that, we could also see a stray shower and even a couple rumbles of thunder possible, but this is going to be very isolated in nature. Not everyone's going to see showers and thunderstorms. It's going to be very spotty, and there will be times for sunshine as well for Sunday day. Now moving into Monday, we are going to be seeing those clouds move out. We're going to be seeing yet another sunny day come Monday. Now switching gears back to tonight, like I mentioned, with those clear skies, we are expecting temperatures to fall back near seasonal temperatures. 54 degrees will be our low tonight, with those winds out of the north-northwest, fairly mild at 4 to 8 miles per hour. Calm, clear, and quiet for tonight. Now for tomorrow, temperatures are going to be well above average again. Keep in mind our average high temperature is 71 degrees for this time of year. Tomorrow we're going to be at 82. Plenty of sunshine all throughout the day. Those winds will remain out of the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And humidity will be low, so it will be feeling like a drier day. For Sunday, that humidity is going to be a factor, and that's why we could see some of those pop-up showers and thunderstorms as well. 78 degrees will be your high for Sunday. Looking into Monday, a little bit cooler to start the week at 73 degrees. Really, next week, we do stay above average. We stay above that 71 degrees. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s and in the 80s as well. Our next chance for some rain showers and thunderstorms after Sunday is going to be for Wednesday and for Thursday as well. Now, with temperatures on the rise, help our friends and neighbors beat the heat this summer by donating to KOMU8's fan club. You can donate a new or gently used fan at Lowe's in Columbia or Westlake Ace Hardware in Jefferson City and in Fulton.
If you're one of the millions on Twitter, you might want to change your password.
Why the social media site is scrambling, that's after the break.
My energy level since treatments has just increased substantially.
My legs feel lighter. I'm able to make it through the day for a longer period of time without aching.
After the treatments, I was able to do anything I wanted later that day, virtually immediately.
Have a renewed sense of health and energy.
I'm ready to face the day. I don't feel like I have any limitations.
Have made a new lifestyle for me. I feel spunky.
Take charge of your health at Missouri Vein Care.
After 26 years in Columbia, Beauty Rest Sleep Gallery is going out of business. You heard right. Everything must go, with savings up to 70% on our entire inventory. First quality mattresses from names like Beauty Rest, Serta Eye Comfort, Tempur-Pedic, plus pillows and mattress pads, all at huge markdowns. Free delivery on most purchases, but some items are priced so low, they're strictly cash and carry. First come, first served. Supplies are limited at Beauty Rest Sleep Gallery on South Providence, next to Zaxby's.
The KOMU8 iPhone and Android News app is brought to you by University Subaru. Download yours today.
What's the one constant in life? Change. Hi, I'm Doug Wallace with All Weather. What hasn't changed in 25 years is our belief customers deserve competitive upfront pricing, the ability to approve work before it begins, and access to a real technician that's licensed and highly skilled, not a salesperson disguised that way. No matter your issue, plumbing, heating, or cooling, we're there to solve it expertly, on time and on budget. Next time, call All Weather. We fix stuff. No surprises here.
Premier Property Services wants you, the customer, to know why they are different from the other guys. Premier Property tears everything off the roof down to the decking to inspect for damaged plywood. Premier replaces all black felt, drip edge, and ventilation. Premier never does layovers on roofs. So don't hire a contractor who's going to cut these corners for the same price. Because Premier Property is an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, they can offer a lifetime workmanship warranty. The premier choice in home improvement.
A new warning for millions of Twitter users. The popular social media site says a computer bug is to blame for user passwords becoming public. NBC's Gadi Schwartz reports.
It's one of those pop-ups you might not read very carefully, but you should. Anyone logging onto Twitter, from President Trump to Chrissy Teigen, will now see this message asking people to change their passwords after the company, quote, identified a bug that stored passwords in an unmasked internal log. In layman's terms, Twitter uses a process called hashing to protect user passwords, replacing them with a mix of random letters and numbers. But a bug in that system accidentally stored full username and passwords on a very simple but dangerous internal list, leaving hundreds of millions of passwords exposed.
I feel like that's happening a lot.
It wasn't leaked, it hasn't been stolen, but Twitter says the list should have never been created, blaming a bug, not hackers, telling NBC News this was not a breach and our investigation has shown no signs of misuse. Twitter's chief technology officer adding, "We are sharing this information to help people make an informed decision about their account security. We didn't have to, but believe it's the right thing to do." For millions of Twitter users, changing one password will probably mean having to change others, too.
I kind of use like the same password for like everything, so I think that's a problem.
Yeah. She's not alone. It's unsafe but not uncommon for the same password to be used across accounts. And that includes accounts that you might not even remember having. Experts say one way to protect yourself, use a trusted password manager that generates unique passwords for all of your accounts, then automatically unlocks them for you once you put in the only password you have to remember.
My password. The national unemployment rate fell from April to its lowest mark in more than 17 years. The rate dropped to 3.9% last month, accounting for 164,000 added jobs. Business services, healthcare, and manufacturing industries were among the biggest net gainers in jobs. Workers in the private sector are enjoying the sharpest average income growth in more than a decade. Average hourly earnings have also increased around 3% from a year ago. Children's clothing brand Carter's is recalling more than 100,000 three-piece penguin cardigan sets. The cardigan button can detach, posing a choking hazard. The sets were sold in sizes newborn to 24 months at Carter's stores nationwide and also at Kohl's, Ross, Toys R Us, Macy's, Burlington, and others. Consumers can return the sets to Carter's for a full refund in the form of a gift card. No injuries have been reported. And plenty of baseball and softball teams in action tonight.
For one team, it was a fight for another championship.
It's a win-win at U.S. Cellular. Come in by May 6th for deals on the latest smartphones like a free LG K8 Plus or Samsung Galaxy S9 for only $15 a month and no hidden fees. Other carriers squeeze you with hidden fees.
What?
Don't get hosed. Get to U.S. Cellular for great deals on an LG K8 Plus or Samsung Galaxy S9 and a stronger signal in the middle of anywhere.
Low on cash and credit? Turned down for a car loan? Get to JD Byrider for easy approval, affordable payments, and you can spin the wheel to see how much you save. $100, $200, maybe as much as $500. And every vehicle's road ready now and backed by a 3-year, 36,000-mile, zero deductible limited warranty. Start your approval process online at gojdb.com. Give us some preliminary info, and we'll set your appointment and be ready for you. Then spin to win when you get here and take your new ride out for a spin.
Yes, you can have it all. Quality flooring, expert assistance, free in-home estimate, professional installation. Right now, during our National Flooring Extravaganza sale, you can get the flooring you want at the lowest prices of the year. When you're ready, we're ready.
Now is the time to save at Summers Interiors. For a greater value, ask about our in-stock specials. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years. Only Summers Interiors.
Closed captioning of KOMU 8 News is brought to you by Bob McCaw's Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Now from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
After dropping the series opener against the 20th ranked Georgia Bulldogs last night, the Missouri Tigers look to bounce back this evening. The Tigers have only dropped one conference series at Taylor Stadium this year. They need to win this game in order to keep that going. A strong season so far for Michael Plasmeyer. He takes a 2.82 ERA to the hill tonight for the Tigers. But it was the Bulldogs that got off to an early start. 2 on for Georgia in the second inning as Cam Shepard hits a pop-up to the outfield that scores Michael Curry on the tag-up. Later that inning, Mason Meadows rocks one of the gaps, scoring Adam Sasser. Meadows slides safely in for the double. Dogs up 2 after 2. Third inning, Georgia with 2 on again, and Michael Curry hits a dribbler back to Plasmeyer. Should be a routine play, but a bad throw to first causes an error, scoring Aaron Shuck. The Tigers would battle back, but ultimately Georgia would take the win 5-3. You couldn't draw a regular season series finale much more important than that for Mizzou softball. The top 5 ranked and SEC leading Florida Gators take a visit to Columbia this evening for a weekend series with Mizzou's conference tournament chances on the line. Not a hot start for Mizzou pitcher Maddie Norman. Gives up an RBI single to Florida batter Kaylee Kavistad on a hit that goes right up the middle. 2 runners score on that play. Gators take a 2-0 lead in the top of the first. A long first inning for Norman as she would go on to throw 23 pitches in the first before getting the final out on a unique 1-3 double play after the strikeout and the base runner gets caught stealing. Skip to the bottom of the 7th. The Tigers are trying to make a comeback, down by 3. Kayla Kessinger with the blast, making the score 4-2. Trying to make it interesting, but that would be it for the Tigers. They'd lose it 4-2. The championship series of the American Midwest Conference softball tournament was in full swing today. Columbia College began a best-of-3 series against Central Baptist. A doubleheader between the foes today. Scoreless through 3 innings, but Central Baptist strikes first, grounder to short in a play at home, but Rachel Jones beats the tag. Mustangs take a 1-0 lead, but it wouldn't last long. Bottom of the 4th, Columbia's Carly Leeper goes opposite field with 2 outs. In from second comes Natalie Dummett with a nice slide at home. Cougars even up that score at 1. The Mustangs retook the lead in the 6th, but once again with 2 outs, Columbia delivers. Juliana Waldner with an infield hit that scores not 1, not 2, but 3 runs. The bases clearing hit, a big difference maker in the Game 1 comeback as Columbia tops Central Baptist 5-2. They would win the second game today as well. Plenty of Major League Baseball action going on tonight as well. After sweeping the series with the White Sox, the other half of Chicago is in St. Louis tonight. The Cubs and Cardinals are both within a game of the NL Central lead and will battle this weekend for an edge in the standings. The Cardinals lead this one 3-0 in the 6th inning, thanks to Tommy Pham 3-run homer in the 2nd. On the other side of I-70, the Kansas City Royals are facing the Detroit Tigers. 4 of the Royals' 9 wins this season come against Detroit. They'll hope to grab another to get to double digits on the season. That game currently tied at 0 in the 7th inning. We'll have Cardinals and Royals highlights at 10. That's all for sports. Thanks for joining us.
Fans across the country are celebrating Star Wars Day.
And they're doing it by just not watching movies, but a lot more.
They just are very patient and took the time to take all our worries and kind of bring them on herself and just give us more peace of mind with what we're going through. And they just do everything in a timely manner. They really actually care about their clients.
At Slumberland, the prices on all kinds of mattresses are going down, up to 60% off, like this Sealy Luxury Firm mattress for just $3.99. Plus lots more. The store-wide mattress sale at Slumberland. It's a good life.
At Slumberland, we'll meet or beat any price.
Or we can do a lot better than the Tooth Fairy. We'll give you $100.
It's the Dream Team 30-day price guarantee, and it's only at Slumberland.
They get the job done quickly, they're polite, easy to get along with, helping you understand the process of what's going on when you're in court, or they make you feel like they're really working for you. I've been real happy with them.
May the 4th be with you. It's National Star Wars Day. Huntsville, Alabama was the place to celebrate. Fans dressed up as their favorite characters at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. The fans are reading Star Wars novels during a 24-hour readathon, and the event is raising money for Space Camp Scholarship. Now here's a look at what we're following on KOMU 8 News at 10. President Trump at odds with one of his top lawyers.
The president says Rudy Giuliani doesn't know what he's talking about and what that could mean for the Stormy Daniels case. Megan.
Tomorrow we're going to have a cool start to the day with temperatures around the mid-50s. Now you will want a jacket in the morning hours. However, by the afternoon we are going to warm up plenty to the lower 80s. 82 degrees, that high temperature for tomorrow with plenty of sunshine all throughout the day. And really for the next 8 days, we're going to be trending above average for this time of year.
Nice and warm.
It's about time.
Mizzou baseball tonight.
Mizzou baseball and softball both with a loss tonight. Tough night.
But they're facing really tough competition.
They're facing good teams. At least the weather's good.
Agreed. Can't complain.
The weather is really good. A+ on that. That is our time for now. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Have a great evening.